All right, what's up, gang? How you doing, guys? How is everybody today? All right, guys. Today's this live stream. I want to, thank you for joining me on this live stream. I've got really exciting stuff to tell you about. Um, Today was a really good day. Today we had a really big short squeeze move on TCC O. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to recap my trades with you. I also opened up a brand new swing trade today that I'm going to tell you about. What we're going to do here first, same way that I start off, the same way that I start off all of my live streams, and is we're going to kind of open it up with like a blanket Q&A. We'll open up with like a blanket Q&A section. All right, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I'm going to let some people log on. We've got a couple of people that are still joining the live stream, so we're going to sit back. I'm going to open up a blanket Q&A. Then we're going to get into the end of the day recap, and then we're going to talk about the big special announcement that I'm going to want to share with you guys. So definitely stick around, hang out for a little while. We're going to go through a Q&A, and then this announcement is something that I'm really super excited about. I'm stoked about, and I'm going to share with all of you. So let's spend the first few minutes just answering some questions before we get into the TCCO trade. That was a short squeeze trade. We're going to talk. There's a lot of lessons in this trade that we're going to cover, and then we're going to talk about a new swing trade that I opened up today, and then we'll get into the big announcement. So, okay, guys, let's just start things off. Anybody have any questions? Anything regarding either TCCO? It can be about trading in general. No, Raphael, I do not follow dark pool trades. I do not follow dark pool trades. Yeah, nah, one life, one chance. Yep, I'm taking questions right now, bud. Just go ahead, shoot. Because I'm gonna take questions for the first few people. I mean, for the first few minutes, just to allow some extra time for some people to log on. Nice, Day Day. I'm glad you enjoyed the webinar. I'm really glad you enjoyed the webinar, guys. If you, I'll send a link in the chat now. But there's a free webinar that covers 5 key lessons that are guaranteed to make you a more profitable trader. So we'll send that link in the chat on the live stream. Now let me get to some of these questions. On a gap up, is the long call best to sell at the open? I mean, it's too broad of a question. Fitness point. That's because it depends on. All right. It depends on the gap up fitness point. Depends on what the news is. What's the reason for the gap up? Is there news? Is there a fundamental catalyst for this gap up? What's the technicals look like? Is this, are we gapping above a key support level? There will be some times where if you're long a stock already and we're talking about, I assume fitness, that we're talking about a swing trade. So if we're talking about a swing trade and you get a big gap up in your position, it depends on where the stock is gapping up to. If you're gapping up into an area of resistance, it's going to be prudent for you to take some profit off the table when your profit target is reached quickly. So when I'm in swing trades and I get large gaps in my favor, I usually take some profit off right there. Okay, I usually take some profit off right there, depending on what the setup looks like, though. But like I said, it really depends on the setup, so it's kind of a broad question. Grant, yes, I do use hotkeys. I think that all active traders should use hotkeys. The majority of trading platforms do have hotkeys or shortcuts for you to place trades a lot quicker. To help get them set up, just contact your broker, ask them you want to get set up with hotkeys, and they'll help walk you through setting all of that up. What I will say, though, is if you're going to use hotkeys, make sure you set up a trigger key. A trigger key is so my trigger key is the shift button. So you have to hold shift and then A, W, S, O, P, L, all of those keys will then do a certain action, but I have to be holding shift in order for the key to be live. You want to make sure you have a trigger key, because otherwise you don't want like your cat to jump up on your keyboard and all of a sudden you start buying stock. So make sure that you have a trigger key set up. Yeah, oh, the Giants. Yeah, I know, man. CEI is on fire after the close. That's one that we're definitely going to keep an eye on. That's one we're definitely going to keep an eye on tomorrow. Really, all right, good question, Chris and Chad. Really good question. How did I know that TCCO was a short squeeze? And it's not that I have access to some information that is telling me the short position on TCCO. When I'm talking about a stock like TCCO, now let's talk about small cap low floats in general. Small cap low floats in general, guys, when they gap up, they get attacked by short sellers. Okay, because a lot of the times that these small caps are gapping up, the stocks are running, not necessarily because of some drastic fundamental change in the valuation of the company, but they're running because they have a small trading flow. And when you have traders that momentum traders and active traders like you and I jump on some of these stocks that gap up because they come across your gap scanner, they're hitting your high a day scanner, they're hitting your unusual volume scanner. So traders jump on them and they start to move because they have a low float and there's not a lot of shares out there for people to purchase. So a lot of short sellers come in and they short them. TCCO, I knew was a short squeeze. Not that I knew it was going to short squeeze, because you never truly know 100% of the time. You just have to analyze the action that's in front of you and make your best judgment call with the technical analysis that we use and the technical analysis that's covered in all of the TGG trading courses. That's what we have to use in order to make that decision and make that call. TCCO, I'm thinking to myself, in this is how I think about it. Where would I be shorting the stock? Where would I be covering that short? And in TCCO specifically, so before I get into the trade recap, I'm still going to take some more Q&As, but this question is directly related to TCCO. I'm not going to talk about my actual trade yet, but what I am going to talk about is certain action on the chart with TCCO that I want to talk to you about real quick to tell you where shorts are going to be getting their positions. Right off the bell, you have the initial morning high. When we pulled up here to test that initial morning high, we double topped and we failed. Right there on that failed candle at the double top, shorts are going to come in, they're going to get aggressive, and they're going to hit the stock. They're going to come in, they're going to take their position. Their stop loss will probably be somewhere around the high of the day. Then once the stock breaks the low of the day, which is what we had, and then it based and traded sideways. You see how now the stock bases and trades sideways, and it's finding resistance at VWAP. VWAP is this orange line on my screen. Traders are now getting short more. More short sellers are coming into the market as the stock can now no longer get back above what? The initial morning low. So now your initial morning low, the stock can't get back above it. That is a general sign of weakness. So you're going to get a lot of traders that are going to come in this consolidation. They're going to short the stock, looking for the stock to roll over. Their stop loss will most likely be the VWAP area. So now you have two different shorts that are in this trade now. You have shorts that came in at the double top failed high, and you have shorts that are coming in on this consolidation below the initial morning low. These are areas that if I was going to short the stock, I would take my position. Then we have this, a fresh new low. So during this consolidation base, you see we start to put in a new support level across this new low of the day. So here is your new low of the day, and it started to hold for a long period of time. All of a sudden, that low of the day broke. And you can see this low of the day broke. Right here on this low of the day, you get your third wave of short sellers. Short sellers now come in and they press the stock through the low of the day, expecting it to roll over and get down to $4, and then they hit a home run short. That did not happen. Notice that as soon as the stock made a new low, it immediately took back the low. That is a sign of strength. That is going to scare short sellers. And what you had happen here, guys, was the very first wave of short sellers covered their position right here through VWAP. right here through VWAP was the first wave of short covering. Then you had your second wave of short covering, took you through the high of the day. What this was, this first candle, were all of these shorts covering their position. This second candle was all of these shorts covering their position. All right? That's how I knew that TCCO was going to squeeze. That's how I was able to enter this trade and pull out, I think it's over 30%. My final take profit was well over $8. So I'm pretty sure that's over 30%. But we're gonna get into the individual trade that I made on TCCO today in chat. We'll get into that in a few minutes. I'm going to take probably another 15 or 20 minutes or so of Q&A, and then we're going to get into the end of the day recap. That'll cover my TCCO trade. We're going to go over my new swing trade, and then we're going to talk about this the special announcement. All right, so next question. Lunchbox. I'll take your question. Blew up my account already. I broke every rule. I'm so angry with the inability to be disciplined. Adding more funds. I'm going to be back at it soon. What do I do to stop this? Lunchbox, the first thing that I would tell you to do is to start paper trading. Don't just fund your account immediately back with real capital if you blew your account up. Start back down with paper trading to get yourself back on track and to build your self-confidence, because right now your confidence is very low. So what you've got to do now is you've got to prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. What I want you to do now, and this goes to anybody. I mean, I'm speaking directly to Lunchbox's question, but this goes to anyone that has ever blown up a trading account in their career, or is on major tilt, or is dealing with a lot of losses, or dealing with big losses. Take yourself back down to paper trading accounts and prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. If the reason why you blew up your account is not a lack of technical analysis and technical understanding, but more complete lack of self-discipline and mental awareness, and you broke all of your rules and you strayed away from all the mental discipline and the lessons that we talk about, if that's the case, if that's what happened, you've got to go to a paper trade account and prove to yourself that you can stay disciplined. Treat that account. Make sure you treat it like it's real money. Otherwise, the point of this exercise, there is no point if you're not going to treat it like it's real money. You've got to make sure you treat it like it's real money. Use the same position size you would in real life. Enter where you would in real life. Exit where you would in real life. Don't just get sloppy because it's not real money. The point of paper trading is to prove to yourself that you're ready. If you do not take paper trading serious, you are only doing a disservice to yourself, because you're going to artificially think that you're ready to start trading with real money, when in reality you're not, because you didn't treat it like you would treat real money. So now your trading is going to be different, and then you start trading with real money and all of a sudden you lose it. You're not spiting anybody but yourself. So you have to make sure that when you're paper trading, you treat it like it's real money. If you don't, then don't even bother doing it, because it's not going to help you. But what I would say, Lunchbox, is to paper trade for now. Set and establish clear rules. What I want you to do is figure out what are the rules that you broke that caused you to blow up your account. Is it 1 rule, 2 rules, 5 rules, 6 rules? What rules do you know you broke? I want you to write those rules down in a black Sharpie on a Post-it and paste it to your monitor. Paste it to your computer screen, so that every single day when you sit down at your desk, you see that rule and it reminds you not to break it. Okay, so that is my advice to you to help prevent you from breaking these mental rules and having lack of discipline. But make sure that while you're doing so, paper trade, prove to yourself you can be disciplined, and then put funds back into your account and then go back at it. I know Bradley TD Ameritrade has a good paper trade platform. I know that. Thomas, how often do I enter into a swing trade? It really depends, Thomas. I haven't had a swing trade in a little while, but sometimes, I can pile them on, 2, 3, 4 at a time. It really just depends on the setup. It depends on the market, and it depends on what I'm seeing. It depends on the setups. It really depends. I might make 1 swing trade in the course of 2 or 3 weeks. I might make 4 swing trades in the course of 1 week. It really just depends on on the opportunities that I see. I don't force swing trades just for the sake of trading them, because in a swing trade, you have a little bit more risk because you're susceptible to gap ups and gap downs that are going to be out of your control. But some people like swing trading more than day trading. I don't like or dislike one more than the other. It's just about what opportunities that I see and what patterns I think give me the best probability of working out in a certain direction. Jorge, good question. How to choose the right time frame to enter a position? Lunchbox, it's my pleasure, bro. It's my pleasure. If you ever need anything, you have any questions, you hit me up. All right. So Jorge, how to choose the right time frame to enter a position? I mean, I always use the 3-minute chart to enter my positions. I trade off the 3-minute chart. But I also use a 5 and 15-minute to identify patterns and to identify overall trend. So there's been a lot of times where I'll look at a 3-minute chart and I really don't see a clear pattern. But then when I look at a 5-minute, there's a lot less noise. It's a cleaner looking chart. A chart pattern becomes clear. So, but when I'm looking for a specific entry and I'm really focused, I'm ready to pull the trigger, I'm using the 3-minute. And that's just personal preference. I never use a 1-minute chart. I think 1-minute charts should only be used by scalpers. Those are traders that are looking to get in and out within seconds to minutes. That's not my style. My trades last several minutes to several hours typically. So that's not my style. So I don't really use a 1-minute chart. And if you're not a scalper and you're using 1-minute charts, you might find yourself getting a lot of false signals and getting caught up in a lot of noise. So I feel like the 3-minute is the perfect combination of still giving me a look into price action, but still filtering out a lot of the noise. And that's why I personally like the 3-minute chart. But again, it's just personal preference. Well, Rob and Jess, you point out that with Thinkorswim, you start off with 100 grand in your demo account, so you're going to make an unrealistic trade. That's not true. Just because they give you a $100,000 balance in the demo account doesn't mean you use it. If your position size on a trade in real life is going to be $500, then you only buy $500 worth of that stock. Yep, Manny. Yeah, Manny, I do. So I mean, they're all on the YouTube channel, but I'm also building out a spreadsheet. I see. Prem, the big announcement. It's coming, brother. It's coming. Jordan's question is a really good one. What do you think? What are my thoughts on building a quantitative edge through intraday scanners, then trading the stocks alerted with your own discretion? I mean, that's really what scanners are really for. They alert you to you can set scanners based on certain, you can set scanners to trigger certain setups and certain things that you are looking for specifically. But I don't ever think that you should just act right off of a scan. So when the scan brings something to your attention, I think it's very important that you take the time needed and the time necessary to analyze that specific setup before you pull the trigger. But I think that if you have that quantitative ability and you can program your own scanners with your own criteria, I think that, back test it for a little while. But if you have that ability, I say absolutely go for it. Thomas, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for listening. I'm glad that I explained things in a way that is easy to understand and that people can understand. I do not use Benzinga. Do I think TCCO will have momentum for another run tomorrow? I don't, but we'll see. We'll see. Just off, I don't think we're going to get a day 2 on TCCO, but we'll see. Oh, nice, Bradley. You were in chat today. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. One Life. I missed your question, man. I wanted to get to your question too. One Life, and the chat's already scrolled up so far. Just type your question again for me. One Life, one chance. Type your question again. Raphael, good question. When's a good time in your trading career to look at options? That's a good question. Raphael, I'll get to your question in just a moment. Manny, I don't. My overall success rate is about 72 to 73%. I don't know what the success rate is on the trade line view up crossover specifically, because there's other things that need to happen in a trade line. You don't just go and buy every single time you see the trade line crossover VWAP. That's not what the trade line VWAP crossover is really. That's not how I trade that specific trigger. There's a lot of other pieces of criteria that go into that being a catalyst and that being a trigger. So it's not necessarily that I focus on, every time the trade line crosses over VWAP, is there a trade? So I don't know the success rate on that specific setup particularly. No, I don't. Okay, back to Raphael's question, and then I'm going to jump to One Life's question. Raphael says, when's a good time in your trading career to look at options? There isn't a specific time. There isn't a specific time in your career that options make more sense than another, but you have to first make sure you understand stock movement first and technical analysis. When you're trading options, yes, it's a different vehicle than buying shares of a stock, but the price fluctuates in direct correlation to the underlying stock itself. So if you're buying, let's say, call options on Roku, those call options are going to fluctuate based on what the price of Roku stock itself is doing, plus other factors like volatility and time remaining on the expiration. So there's a lot of factors that go into affecting the premium of an option contract. All of this stuff is covered in the options course that's available on the website that breaks down how to begin trading options. But the first thing you have to do is you can't start trading options until you have a very clear understanding of technical analysis when it comes to individual stocks themselves. Because if you do not understand how the stock is moving, and you're not able to try to the best of your ability, predict high probability, identify high probability patterns that can predict price movement, you're gonna have a very hard time trading options. Options are great because they provide you with tremendous upside potential. It's very common to see an option move 100%, 200% in a single day. That's common to see. But there's a price to pay for that potential reward, because if you're wrong, it's not uncommon to lose 50, 75% of your position in one trade. So options are a lot more volatile than the individual stocks themselves. So you have to be careful. You can't just go into trading options just blind, just thinking that you're going to be an options trader but you failed at trading stocks. I think you should have some level of success with stocks first, or at least have a comfort level and a good understanding of how stocks move in technical analysis, and then get into options. One Life, One Chance wants to know my thoughts on LMPX for a power hour move tomorrow. The last 2 days made big moves on no volume. LMPX, honestly, man, is a tough stock because the volume is so light, but the stock's making good size moves. LMPX was on my watch list today. I didn't trade it because the volume was just too light. But as long as there's enough volume and there's enough liquidity in that trade for you to get in and out of your position easily, go for it. It's just a stock that has too low volume for me to trade, but the stock itself has been making some pretty good moves. I mean, you take it. Oh my God, I didn't even realize it went this high. One Life, One Chance. I didn't even realize we went almost to $16 this afternoon. That's a huge move. My God, that's a huge move on LMPX, guys. This thing just started trading a few days ago. You look at the daily chart on this thing. Just crazy. So the volume started to get the volume actually towards the end of the day, One Life, got much better. It's still low, but it's generally speaking, it's still a low volume stock, but the volume got better. I would just keep eyes on it. If the volume is If you can start to see the stock that starts trading 2 million, 2.5 million shares on the day, this thing could obviously it has a ton of momentum. Be careful trying to buy the stock as it gets parabolic, but I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. But the stock has gotten so parabolic that it's a really tough call to make right now, because this is all momentum. This really isn't a chart pattern or a chart setup. This is all momentum. Lewis, I would say probably not. Lewis asks, do I recommend a new trader trades the high spread, low liquidity, like real volatile stocks? I don't think anybody should trade low liquidity stocks in general. Not to say that some of them aren't good trades. I just think that if you're a new trader and you're really trying to get a hang of things, I think it's going to suit you better off to maybe start with slower moving stocks, because the real fast moving stocks can really drive you crazy, and they can scare you. They can be very intimidating. Like these stocks that halt, like TCC O today, KOD the other day. Remember like KRTX, remember NXTC, remember BPTH. Stocks that move like that are constantly halting and that are real high volatility names. You got to be a little careful with that, because I think for young and inexperienced traders, it can be very intimidating. And a young and inexperienced trader typically doesn't have real good risk management skills yet. And it's not to say that you're a bad trader. You're just new. You're just inexperienced. You have a lot to learn still. And to trade those real high flyers requires solid risk management. And if you don't have that, you can really get hurt trading some of those high flyers. So if you're brand new, I would say sit on the sidelines, watch them, learn from them. Okay, see how someone like myself trades them. See what my reasoning is for buying when I buy, for selling when I sell. Pay attention to what the setups are that I'm going after, and learn first before you just go after and start trading them, because if you don't have proper risk management, you can really get hurt. Joe Meg, what do I think of XRP? You mean Ripple? Are you talking about Ripple? If you're asking me what I think about Ripple, I think I hate all cryptocurrency. You're asking the wrong guy. I hate all cryptocurrency. I think all of those altcoins are completely worthless. I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I've been bearish on Bitcoin since the first time I ever heard the word Bitcoin. When it went to 20,000, everyone was like, it's going to 50,000, it's going to 100,000. I said, you're all wrong. It's going back to 1,000. I still believe that. I think I'm going to get a lot of people that are probably even in this chat. They're going to call me an idiot, because there's a lot of hardcore crypto diehard lovers out there that think it's the future. And cryptocurrency in general may be the future. Blockchain technology certainly is the future. But I do not think that the entire U.S. financial system is going to be based around altcoins. All right. I think that what I think is going to have happen is that you're going to get like the major banking system will come, like large banks, I think will come out with their own crypto coins that can be transferable amongst banks. And I think that we will move to a cryptocurrency, but I think that will leave us with a lot less use for the altcoins that currently exist today. All right, guys. Listen, we've been doing this. We did about 30 minutes worth of Q&A. So let's get into the end of the day recap. All right. If you guys have more questions, just type them in the comments, and I'll come back and I'll answer all your questions later if I didn't get a chance to get to them. But let's now get to the end of the day recap. We've got a bunch of more people that were able to log on to the live stream. Let's get to the end of the day recap, and now let's talk about TCC O. TCC O, we can learn a lot from this trade. There's risk management that we're going to learn on this trade. There is tier trading strategy that we're going to learn on this trade. There is identifying short squeeze that we're going to learn on this trade. Okay, all of these things all packed into one trade, guys. TCCO was a really good trade today. And I actually went after this stock 3 times. 3 times I traded this stock, and the first 2 were actually for losses. But the losses were very small. And then I was able to come back with the 3rd trade and hit an absolute home run. It was like 30 something percent. I'm long at 620. Final take profit was at $8.32. I think that's like 34% gain, 36%, 32%, something like that. Home run. Well more than covers all the loss from the trades earlier in the morning. But the key that we're going to focus on with this TCCO trade in this recap is the first initial setup and why I bought the stock, why I sold out of the stock when I did, why I went back into it in a tier 1 position. For those of you that don't know, tier 1 is 25% of your desired size. The tier trading strategy is broken down in great depth and detail in the advanced trading courses that are available on the website. I learned the tier trading strategy when I worked at the hedge fund because we had to scale in and out of large positions. You can't buy millions of dollars worth of a stock in one keystroke. You have to scale in and scale out. So that's where I learned tier trading, and I've broken it down and simplified it, and I tweaked it so it can relate to my individual trading. That's a tier trading strategy. So we're going to talk about all this stuff, guys. So now let's just jump right into this TCCO. Right off the bat, TCCO, I was looking for the $6 area to hold support this morning. This morning, we were gapping up to around $7, $6.50, $7. My pre-market game plan on TCCO was for the $6 area to hold and then catch some extension. Why the $6 area? Why was that the game plan? In order to do that, we've got to go to the daily chart. Let's go to the daily chart and let's zoom back and go. Let's look all the way back to 2018. Look at all of this resistance in 2018, guys. 1, 2, 3 heavy tops. And what I mean by heavy tops is the stock went up there, touched that level, and just completely fell apart. You can see how big of a sell-off this stock had all 3 times when it went up and touched that level in 2018. So when we were gapping above this level, today, I said, I want to see $6 hold support. So I drew a line right across those highs at $6. Now we go back to the 3-minute chart. Let's go back intraday. Let's zoom this in. Right off the bat, we have a volatile opening candle that pierces through that level. But then you can see for the next 2 3-minute candles, we're holding that level. As TCCO is holding this $6 level, I'm saying, okay, the $6 level that I was looking for to be support is in fact support. I'm going to get long. And right here, right above VWAP was my very first entry right there on TCCO. Okay, guys, right there was the first entry on TCCO. As soon as I entered this trade, we shot right up to the high of the day. We shot right up to the high day, which was 720. Here's your initial morning high. Now, what you guys have to notice is that as we push through up to this high, I'm expecting this stock to break through the high of the day at this point. I'm expecting to break through the high of the day. We got up to 720, and we touched 720 exactly to the penny. So the initial morning high is 720. This candle tops out at exactly 720. And as soon as we topped out at 720, okay, the stock immediately pulled all the way back down to 650. That's an aggressive rejection at the high of the day. That's aggressive rejection at the high of the day. That tells me that there's a lot of selling pressure at the high. Now, this is a very, very volatile stock. If we did not just break the high of the day there and run, I don't want to get caught in a failed double top. So what I end up doing is I take some profit off the table right there at 670 to play it safe. I'm playing it safe. Okay, I'm playing it safe here because I don't want to get caught in a double top. So I sold 25% of the position here because of the rejection at the high of the day. That's why I sold 25% of the position there, and I'm glad I did because we ended up breaking back down below VWAP, and when we broke down below VWAP, I exited the rest of the position at $6.15. So I ended up red on this trade. The first piece was for profit. The second piece was red. So I'm starting the day red, but I'm not getting hurt. And I'm not getting hurt because I'm managing my risk, I'm managing my position, and I lightened up my size in front of the high of the day to protect my downside in case we double topped. And we did double top. All right, we did double top, and we went down and broke the low of the day. All right, but now when we break the low of the day, what I start to say to myself now is, okay, but now the trade line's coming into play. Now the stock's trying to hold this trade line. What we do here is then I drew out my Fibonacci retracement levels. When I drew out my Fibonacci retracement levels, guys, I noticed that, well, hold on a second. The 38.2 Fib level is lining up with the trade line. If this area holds, maybe we can get a squeeze, because I know a lot of traders came in and got short right here. Okay, you know a lot of traders came in and got short there against the double top. We broke the low of the day, more traders get short. We can't get back above the previous low and VWAP, more traders get short. So what I started to see here was the trade line holding support. I got back in a tier 1 position right here. I got back in a tier 1. Now, tier 1, again, is just 25% of your desired size. It's a feeler. It's like you think you see something, you're not quite sure yet, but you kind of want to test the waters. Okay, you kind of want to test the waters here. And I'm looking to add to a full tier 2 position if we get above VWAP, which at the time was sitting at around 610, 615. All right, so I'm only going to add to a full position if TCC O did that. But we never got above VWAP. We ended up getting rejected at VWAP actually right here. Let me zoom in so you can see it a little bit more clearly. So here's the entry candle. Here's where we get rejected at VWAP, and then we pull all the way back down and break the low of the day. So now on that low of the day break, I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm going to exit this trade now, and I exited, okay, this trade at exactly $5. But again, just a tier 1. All right, just a tier 1. I was in at 566. I'm out at $5 even, or 568. I'm out at $5 even. I got 566 and 568, and now I'm out at $5 even. So again, another losing trade. But the key here is that the losses are very small. This is textbook risk management, textbook tier trading, and it keeps you in the game. It keeps you live. It gives you the opportunity to come in and trade this thing again. Because if I got hurt really bad on the first 2 trades, I most likely do not make the 3rd trade. And the 3rd trade was the home run. I went after this thing twice. I was wrong twice, but my losses are small. You always have to remember, guys, the difference between a great trader and a trader that struggles. Great traders always focus on how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are infatuated with how much they're going to make if they're right. Don't worry about how much you're going to make if you're right. Because if you're right, you're going to make money. It's more money than you had yesterday. That's your job as a trader, is to execute good trades and make money. But if you're wrong, you're going to lose. And you need to be more concerned with how much you're going to lose if you're wrong. Always be more concerned with your downside than you are your upside. Always. So on these 2 trades, I'm showing you how I was managing my risk, how I'm taking small losses. Okay? And then the home run came. Once we broke the low of the day right here, this is when I actually said in chat, and you guys, there's a few of our TTG members that are in this that are on this live stream. You guys can chime in live in chat. I'm on the microphone at this very moment. We broke the low of the day, and TCC O immediately popped back up above the prior low. Immediately, we retook back the low. When you see a stock that bases out like that, guys, when you see a stock that bases out like you see here, okay, we've got a new low. This is your new level. This is your new support level. You can see the stock was holding this low, holding this low, holding this low. Okay, holding that low. When you see a base like that, and then the stock breaks the low and immediately takes it back, that's a sign of strength and a failed breakdown. It is called a short trap. Shorts pile on because they think the low of the day is broken and the stock's going to roll over and die, but they get caught. Now the stock is back above where they entered their short, and you have a failed breakdown, and that is when shorts get stuck. That is when I came on the mic in chat. Members can attest to this, and I said, guys, watch for a short squeeze now in TCCO because of that failed low. Let's see if this thing squeezes. And surely enough, we get the pop. And this pop right through VWAP. Let me explain to you what this was. This move right here was all of these shorts covering their position. That's what this was. So once we broke through VWAP, that's when I got long for the third time at $6.20. Now here I am long at 620. My stop loss was around 580, 585, which is just below this previous resistance, just below VWAP. VWAP was my resistance level. We just broke through it. Now I'm looking to see if it holds support. And you can see the next 2 3-minute candles, we hold support beautifully. And look at what we have here. Beautiful textbook trade line VWAP crossover, and that just shot this thing right through the high of the day. Rocketed right through the high of the day. Now this move was all of the traders that got short in here covering their positions. So you had 2 different waves of short covering. The first wave was all the traders that got short in this consolidation and got caught on this new low. The second wave is all the traders that got short on this double top and are stopping out of their position before it breaks the high of the day. So here we are in at 620. Took some profit off right here at 670. Then we went through the high of the day, and I took the bulk of the position off at 750. And the final take profit, guys, was up here once we came out of the trading hall at $8.32 for like a 30, I don't know, I can't do the math in my head. It's like 32 or 34% gain. All right. And that was the home run trade on TCCO. But as good as that technical setup is on TCCO, the key to this trade is not actually the trade that I made on the home run. It's the 2 trades I made on the loss. Because if I do not manage my risk on those 2 trades and I don't take a small loss, I probably don't make the 3rd trade. I'm okay making the 3rd trade because I'm down very little on the day because I'm managing my risk properly. That's the key takeaway from this trade on TCCO. The mental side and the mental takeaway has a lot to do with the risk management, okay, from those first 2 trades. And the 3rd trade is more technical, looking for and understanding a short squeeze and understanding a short trap. This TCCO is what is called a short trap. When we broke the low of the day right here and immediately took the low back, and you see how we start to hold back above the low, that's a short trap. That's what I mean by a short trap, guys. And that was how we were able to bank on TCCO today. I'm really happy with a lot of the members. A lot of the members caught this trade today, and a lot of members stuck it out. Went after it early on, took an L on it at first, but then stayed focused, came back and nailed the trade. And then TCCO ended up going a little bit higher later during the day. You can see we went all the way up to around 10.50 or so before pulling back into $7. So this was a home run, guys. This is a really nice trade. It was a really, really good trade. And I'm glad that we were able to kind of talk about this and break this down because these are some really, really high quality lessons. Now let's get into the new swing trade. This is a funny story. This is a funny story. My new swing trade is I'm long Peloton. I'm going to tell you why this is a funny story. I loved the Peloton chart coming into the day today for a swing trade long. I still do like it. I just don't love it as much as I did coming into the day. Peloton is a recent IPO with a large short position. It only has like a 43 million share float, which is a small trading float for a recent IPO and the way and the volume that this stock is trading. Recent IPOs with low floats sound familiar? Beyond Meat, Tilray. All right. So I'm thinking with Peloton that I think that Peloton had a chance to get up into the 40s. You had JP Morgan raise their price target on Peloton today, or just a couple days ago. You had Oppenheimer raise their price target on Peloton today up into the high 30s. But you had notorious short seller Citron Research issue a $5 price target on Peloton and say that the company is not valued at $10 billion. That is what caused this sell-off today. That's what caused that sell-off. So again, JP Morgan raises their price target. Oppenheimer raises their price target. Citron Research, that is most likely short the stock. They are a notorious short seller. So they're short Peloton. They come out with a tweet in the middle of the day and they release a report that says, we think Peloton's worth $5. Here's our reasons why. And the market panics on that. And the market starts to pull back in. So I am long Peloton from 34.40. I got long Peloton right here at 34.40. And then literally 4 minutes later, Citron comes out with the tweet. That's how bad my luck was today on the timing of my entry, that I entered the stock. And then 3 minutes later, Peloton comes out with this tweet. That's just bad luck. I mean, there's nothing that you can do about that, guys. It's like being in a stock that puts out a press release in the middle of the day that, you know, is goes against your trade. There's no way you can foresee that happening. There's no way that these are just general risks in the overall market that you have to deal with when you're playing the market. There's really nothing that we can do about it, but it happens. It's bad luck, but it happens, and we have to deal with it. My stop loss area was 31. And I'm looking at the $31 area because of this level you guys can see here. Okay, you guys can see this support here at 31. You can see prior resistance here at 31. So 31 area is my stop loss on Peloton. And when we sold off on that Citron news, I actually averaged down and added to my position right there at 32.58. So I averaged my position all the way down. My average price now is around 33.25. All right, so I averaged my position down. Before, my entry price was here. Now my average price is here. Okay, and my stop loss is going to be right around this $31 level. I think Peloton is going to recover. I think this is just a bash attempt by Citron to push the stock lower because they have probably a large short position on it. Like I said, there is a large short on Peloton, and we're going to go back to the daily chart. I'm going to show you guys what I want to see Peloton do. What I want to see from Peloton is I want to see us start to consolidate up here. Okay, I want to see Peloton start to consolidate up here. We put in a lower high, but I want to see this support hold, and I would really like to see Peloton recover tomorrow. I'd like to see this type of a candle on Peloton tomorrow. Okay, I'd really like to see us recover this tomorrow and get back towards like 33.50, 33.75. I don't want to see follow through selling pressure tomorrow. That's the key. We had the selling pressure once the report was released. I want everyone to just take a breath, digest it, and then start to recover. I do not want to see continued selling pressure tomorrow. Continued selling pressure tomorrow would mean that it wasn't just this one event of the tweet and the report being released. It's more of this, you know, there might be some further selling pressure that I don't want to stick around, with. But that's going to be my stop. My stop's going to be around 31, guys. I think Peloton has a chance to get into the 40s. I think we have the chance to make new highs. If this short position gets squeezed out, and Citron with that tweet today is probably just further adding to the short position that's on Peloton. So if this $30 area holds, we could see this thing squeeze, especially if you get good holiday sales numbers out of Peloton. Okay, so we'll see. We will see. All right, guys, so that concludes our end of the day recap, and now it's on to the good stuff. Now I'm on to our big announcement. I've got a very special big announcement to make, guys, and this is going to be the biggest announcement that I've made, the biggest announcement that I've made so far this year, and will be the biggest announcement that we're making this year. And it's multi-pronged. There's a lot of parts. So I'm making a big announcement, but I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things that all add up to this big announcement. So listen up, guys. Hold Hold on. Okay. All right. All right, guys. No. Okay. All right. So, big announcement. Let's get into it. When we first started True Trading Group not too long ago, it's only been about 2 years. When we first started True Trading Group, we tried a lot of different ways to like package all of our content together for our members. Ultimately, we decided that the best and most efficient way was to offer a yearly fee structure that gives everyone access to all the content. But we didn't want to just stop with the content that we have. So we were thinking, what if we were to create the Netflix of trading communities? You guys have heard me talk about this before. A community where we are constantly releasing new courses, new tools, new pieces of high premium content that are all designed to keep you engaged and continue your learning and continuing you on your journey to get and reach a level of consistent profitability. So that is why we now have offered just the one all-inclusive package that is a 1-year membership that you will never be upsold anything ever. When you guys become a member of TTG, you have everything at your disposal. Everything we have to offer, it's yours. And the announcement, part of the announcement that I'm making is that today, literally today, this afternoon, we just launched part 1 of my trader psychology course. I talk about mental lessons a lot on the YouTube channel. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about so many mental lessons. I give a lot of these little golden nuggets and tips and rules that can help you stay disciplined, but also get you into a mindset that can move you towards consistent profitability, because there's a certain mindset that you need to be in, and it's mostly focused on a longer term mindset and setting rules and strategies that will help promote consistency and not promote focusing on, I need to make money right now on this trade right now, because that's how you can start to develop bad habits. So I spent a lot of time on this trader psychology course, and I just released part 1 today. Part 1 of the trader psychology course covers 10 different lessons. Part 2 is coming out in the next couple weeks that are going to cover even more. But those first 10 lessons on part 1 are how mental capital is more important than financial capital. How losing is part of trading. There's no way around it. It deals with FOMO, the fear of missing out, which every trader struggles with. You guys might hear me say this a lot. If a stock is truly strong, you'll get more than one crack at it. To help prevent you from chasing, there's one question that I want you to ask yourself. And by asking yourself this question, it can help prevent you from chasing a stock. Also, another topic, how new traders and inexperienced traders should absolutely never average down on their position, because averaging down requires a certain level of risk management that most new and inexperienced traders do not necessarily yet have. All right. Another lesson about always having a game plan and the importance of pre-market game planning, but as well as intraday game planning with the trade before you pull the trigger. We talk about greed and how greed will destroy you. We talk about how you can't fall in love with a trade. Love is a dangerous thing. It's even more dangerous for a trader. And then we talk about how trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, these are just the topics that I cover in part 1 of the trader psychology course. There's a text version, there's a video version where I spend a lot of time going into in depth the aspects of all of these topics and really focusing on trying to get you into a mindset that will promote consistent profitability. And that's what the trader psychology course is really designed to do. I want you to start thinking like me. I want you to start thinking like an experienced trader, like a trader that has long-term vision, that has achieved their goals and consistent profitability, because it really is a certain state of mind. Every trader sees the same chart. You guys have to understand this. Successful traders don't have a special indicator on their chart that tells them when to buy that you don't have. Everyone sees the same chart. So why is it that one trader can look at a chart and make money and another trader can look at a chart and then lose money? It's because 80% of trading is mental. Literally. Once you get past understanding technical analysis and charting, Once you can say, I now with confidence can identify high probability patterns and setups with good risk reward and I can pull the trigger, the rest is a mind game. And if you're not in the right state of mind, you can get completely blown up. And this applies to traders of all skill levels. I have seen traders that have been trading for 15 years blow up their accounts because of mental breakdowns. It happens to everyone. This trader psychology course is a course that I highly recommend. I recommend you go through all the courses multiple times, but I want you to go through the trader psychology course multiple times and every couple months, guys, as a refresher, as a reminder to help you stay disciplined and stick to your rules. So I'm really excited to get this course out and available to all of you and all of our members. So that's part one of the big announcement. Part two of the big announcement that we're going to be talking about is that from right now until December 20th, so that's 10 more days. You have 10 more days. We are bringing back the 30% off the 1-year membership to True Trading Group. Normally, that 1-year membership costs $1,497. Again, that includes everything. That's 1 year of chat, 1 year of text message trade alerts, swing trade email alerts, beginner courses, advanced courses, options course, now the traders psychology course, the swing trading course that's coming out next year, and all future courses coming down the road. Like I said, guys, the Netflix of trading communities. So it's originally $1,497. With this 30% off, it's now $1,047. Okay, so $1,047 now for the full 1-year membership plan. And when I say all inclusive, guys, that means everything we have to offer. As long as you are a member, you get access to everything. You will never be upsold anything ever. I hate hearing like all these horror stories of these people that, oh, Mike, I found you on YouTube, but I'm coming from another group. I signed up for this like $2,500 program, but then I had to pay another $1,000 to get this package and then another $500 to get this package. You guys will never get upsold. The reason why we package everything into one membership plan and give you access to everything and there are no upsells is because I want you to get all of the education necessary to be consistently profitable. I really do care. I really do give a crap. That's why I spend the time to make all these videos for you guys on YouTube. That's why I spend the time to go over, hour and a half long Q&A sessions on live stream. That's why I, ask all of our TTG members. It's why I spend the time answering questions throughout the day. You have the ability in chat during the day to DM me directly. I want you to you need to ask questions in order to learn. I got the mentorship when I worked at a hedge fund. I would not be where I am today if I didn't get that mentorship and guidance. So I understand more than anyone else how important that mentorship is. And I truly want to share that and give that back to you guys. That's why we packaged everything together the way that we did to make it easiest and most accessible to our members. That's why we're the Netflix of trading communities. So again, guys, until December 20th, we're giving 30% off. Kind of a holiday sale, new year, new you. Okay, 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership plan. That membership plan will also get you, actually, you know what we're going to do? The next 100 people that sign up, the first 100 people that sign up, we're going to give out actually a free $50 gift card to Best Buy. So if you guys want to you want another trading monitor, or you want a new system for your trade setup, we're going to give you a $50 Best Buy gift card and a free 30-minute one-on-one phone call mentor session with myself. So that's 30% off. That's a $50 gift card to Best Buy and a free 30-minute one-on-one mentor phone call with myself to go over whatever it is that you guys want to cover. That's part 2 of the special announcement. Part 3 of the special announcement is awesome. Going into 2020, True Trading Group is going to be hosting trading competitions that are going to feature awesome prizes like laptops, luxury watches, and even cars. Yes, cars. Like automobiles to drive. All right. We're going to be we're going to be putting together these trading competitions where we're going to be able to track people's trades, and the people that have the biggest return on their capital over a specific period of time and that produce the best trading results over a specific period of time are going to win a variety of prizes like laptops, like I said, luxury watches, and even possibly a car. So it's something that we've been working on that we're going to roll out in 2020 that I'm super stoked for, and I wanted to share with you. TTG, guys, I'm telling you, we started out as a small little group, this tight-knit group. Oh, guys, and there's zero entry fee. These trading competitions, there's zero entry fee. There's no entry fee. If you're a member, you can enter. No catch. You guys, if you're a member of TTG, you can enter the trading competition. There's not an entrance fee. And then whoever wins this competition is going to get these rewards. There's no catch. There's no entrance fee. You have to be a TTG member in order to enter the competition. All right. But we started off small, guys. Just as just this YouTube channel sharing this information. And TTG is about to get a hell of a lot bigger. But you know what's not going to get a hell of a lot bigger? And that's our price. I'm not sitting here. I don't want to charge you guys, $5,000 for some stupid DVD package on some outdated information. We wanted to put together a package of information and course and educational material that is accessible to everyone, that makes sense for everyone. No upsells. It just, you get what you get. You are a member. You get all access to all of the resources and all the educational material that we have to offer. And that is what I wanted to share with you guys on this special announcement. And I'm really stoked about it. If you guys can't tell by my reaction and my energy here, I'm super stoked. I can't wait to get into these trader competitions. It's going to be so much fun. It's like fantasy football on steroids. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with the True Trading Group members throughout this competition. So again, guys, part one of the special announcement, the Trader Psychology course, part one, is now officially live for TGG members. Part two is we're offering 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership plan that gets you access to everything we have to offer. Chat access, text message alerts, swing trade alerts, beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options course, and now Trader Psychology course, as well as the part 2 Trader Psychology course and the swing trading course that is coming out within the next couple weeks. All right. Part 3 of the special announcement is the trader competitions, where we're going to be giving away laptops, luxury watches, and possibly even a car to the winner of the trader competitions. There's no entrance fee on the trader competitions. You just have to be a TGG member to enter. So I hope you guys are as excited about this special announcement. I hope you guys are as stoked as I am sharing it with you. I was really looking forward to this live stream with you, not only to answer a lot of your questions. I love taking questions from you guys. Don't ever be shy to ask me questions. Seriously. Comment below. Make sure you like all my videos. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're not yet, and make sure you flip the notification button with your mouse, because you guys want to make sure you don't miss any of these live streams. You don't want to miss any of my daily recaps and all my trade videos. All right. So we're going to be putting out new content, guys, every quarter. No additional cost. If you're a member, you get it. That's it. There's no upsells. There's no special courses that you guys have to then buy and then, pay more to get access to. You guys get access to everything once you become a member. So we truly are the Netflix of trading communities. Nice. Lowdown. What's up, man? Lowdown says he's a different trader since joining this time last year. It's crazy what 1 year of true professional education can do. All right. So, guys, now that you guys know the special announcement, ask me questions. Let's keep it going. We've got a lot of people that are still online here viewing. I'm still full of energy. I'm still super stoked to share this information with you and share this big announcement with you. So, anybody have any other questions that you guys want me to answer? Just shoot them out. I'm here to help. Weed span. We're gonna verify it probably by connecting the accounts to TraderView. M. Bakor, we do not currently have a lifetime membership, but I would say to send an email to that. Oh, perfect. I was just going to say send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com or text that phone number, and we'll see what we can do about working out a lifetime membership for you. Thomas, the daily chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. The ideal amount of money to start trading with, I mean, really, Mr. D, it's whatever you can afford, whatever you're comfortable putting at risk. Okay, always assume that whenever you start trading, just whatever the dollar amount is, make sure it's a dollar amount that you're okay losing. You don't want to put up your life savings and start trading. Make sure it's an amount that you're okay putting at risk. I would say if you could, at least try to start with like $5,000. But if you can't, it's okay. There's people that have started with $500, $1,000. People that have started with $600. It's really whatever you can start with. You don't need $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 to start trading. We have a lot of True Trading Group members that started with $500 in their account and have now grown their account to be several thousands. Michael Bolden. So yeah, it's 30% off. The initial amount for the year so it's a year membership, Mike, that gives you access to everything. All the courses and obviously all the chat and all future courses coming down the road. The original price is $1,497, $1,497. So 30% off of that is $1,047. Freedom Traders, you are my boy. Freedom Traders, you're my man. I'm so happy you joined, bro. Guys, Freedom Trader just started watching and commenting on the YouTube channel. Maybe just like a month or two ago? And he decided to join True Trading Group, and he just said, TTG is changing my trading and my life for the better. Freedom Trader, it's an absolute blast and pleasure having you part of the group, man. I'm so glad that you're part of the fam. You know what, Chris? Chris Botsis asked me, have I ever thought about writing a book? And it's really funny that you just asked me that, Chris, because just the other week I was thinking about I should write a book. Because I have been told by so many people that the way in which I explain certain things makes it easier for people to understand. And I've gotten that a lot. A lot of people have told me that. It's probably why you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's probably because you like the way that I explain certain things that are about trading. But I've never wrote a book. I've never wrote a huge piece of literature in general. But it is something that I recently started thinking about and started considering, Chris. So it's funny that you brought that up. I'm definitely thinking about it. Yes, Chris, that's US dollars. Ed Gearin, how do you stay positive when it seems every 9 out of 10 trades you're on the wrong side? We're going to go back to I'm going to go back to something I spoke about earlier, Ed, and that is if you find that you're wrong 9 out of 10 times, there could be something wrong technically. What I mean by that is there could be something wrong in your technical analysis. Being wrong 9 out of 10 usually isn't a mental issue. It's usually technical. What I would say to you, Ed, what I would say to you is if you're struggling right now and you find that you're losing 9 out of 10 times, first and foremost, we know something is wrong. But until we figure out what's wrong, paper trade. There's obviously something wrong. What I want you to do is I want you to go back in your journal, okay, review all of your trades, and try to identify a pattern. Try to identify a situation or a specific setup that you are losing on most. Maybe there's a specific chart pattern that 9 out of 10 times that you enter it, you're losing. If that's the case, message me, and we've got to figure out what the issue is. because that's a technical issue. You might be reading a specific setup incorrectly. You might be using certain technical indicators improperly if you're wrong 9 out of 10 times. So how to stay positive? Always remember that this is part of the process. Trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. The majority of traders lose money in the beginning because they're still trying to figure things out. They're still learning. So it's normal to lose money in the beginning. Then as you learn, you get the education, your P&L starts to base and bottom out, and then you eventually start to turn the corner, and then your P&L starts to go back up north. So it's not uncommon to struggle, especially if you're on the newer side of your trading career and you're a newer, more inexperienced trader. But I would say if you're wrong 9 out of 10 times, there's got to be something wrong technically in your technical analysis. Drop down to paper trading, review your losing trades, and see if you can identify a pattern. And then we work on fixing whatever that issue is. I hope that helps, Ed. Oh yeah, Max Miami for sure. You need a lot more than a month to learn and be profitable. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we packaged everything together in a full 1 year program. Like a lot of other people were talking about, oh well, have a monthly membership and then charge for the courses. Well, what good is that? What good is that? I want to give you guys access to everything, but you have to give yourself a chance to actually learn. You're not going to just open up a trading account and then in a month become a millionaire, or in a month become consistently profitable and be able to quit your job. It's not realistic. Those goals are realistic, just not in that time frame. We have a lot of members in TTG that quit their job. We have a lot of members that have quit their job and trade with us full time. Right? But it's going to take a lot more than just 1 month. It's going to take a lot more than just 1 month. You guys need to give the time. It's just like anything else. You have to understand, being a trader, you are a full-time entrepreneur. You are the ultimate entrepreneur. Your success solely rests in your hands and your hands alone. Jeff Bezos didn't come up with the idea of Amazon, and then all of a sudden, 1 month later, he was a billionaire, and Amazon was Amazon. No, he started off selling college textbooks out of a tiny little cubicle. Steve Jobs didn't create the MacBook or the Apple computer, and all of a sudden he was a billionaire. No, he started Apple out of his garage. A lot of long nights, a lot of hard work, a lot of studying. Trading is not very different. You've got to be willing to study, guys, and that's why I want to give you access to all of the courses in this 1 year package. So you have access to all the material, everything. Beginner and foundation courses, kind of to lay the groundwork. Then the advanced courses, we get into a lot more of the technical analysis, chart patterns, the technical indicators, tier trading, my risk management strategy, a lot of the stuff that I implemented and learned at the hedge fund. That's advanced course. Then you have the options course. That's is what it is, options trading. Then you have trader psychology, getting you into the right mental state of mind to do this. If you guys are serious about doing this and you're serious about trying to become a consistently profitable trader, I am here to support you and provide you with all of the tools and all of the knowledge and education and experience that I have to give. I am. I really am. So let's take advantage of it. The big Kev, how long do you think it takes the average trader to become profitable, if they ever will become profitable? I would say that's a tough question because everyone's different. I have seen traders become profitable within 3 to 6 months. Other traders I have seen didn't become profitable for 2 years. I've seen a complete wide end of the spectrum. I would say the average is within the 6 month to 12 month mark, which is where I think gives you enough time to paper trade for the first at least 3, because what you really need to do, Big Kev, this is how you have to think about it. This is the process. You decide, I want to become a trader. Great. The first thing you need to do is open up a paper trade account and now start learning. So you're going to spend some time going through all the beginner and foundation courses. You're going to take all the quizzes that are at the end of every course, and you're going to get all your badges. The badges means you scored 85% or higher on the quiz for that course. So you're going to take the quizzes and go through the courses until you get all the badges. Then you're going to go to the advanced courses. You're going to do the exact same thing. Once you complete that, you're then going to start to show yourself consistency paper trading. Once you can show yourself consistency paper trading, and I want you to be consistent for at least 1 to 2 months of consistency with the paper trade account, then you're going to go to real live money. Now you're probably 3 to 4 months into your journey. Now you're trading with real money. It's human nature to instantly, once you have real money on the line, your emotions are going to start to come into play. Now you're going to deal with not the technical part of trading. When you're paper trading, you're dealing with the technical part of trading. Once you go live with real money, now you're dealing with the mental part of trading. Now your emotions are going to start to come into play because now it's real. Now your hard-earned money's on the line. So then you're going to go through a little bit of a process where you start to get your mental discipline. You really establish your rules and you focus on your mental discipline. Okay? And then once you overcome the mental hurdles, because there will be some mental hurdles and some mental growing pains, that's when you start to base out and then you can start to see your P&L climb. And that process will usually take you about 6 months. Just being realistic. I can come on here right now and say, guys, just open up a trading account and you'll be a millionaire within 2 months. It's just not realistic, guys. You got to be realistic with your expectations and your goals. And if you are and you're ready to do this, I'm here to help you. So again, guys, don't forget the special announcement that we did that was 30% off the 1-year all-inclusive membership plan. And it also comes with a $50 Best Buy gift card and a free 30-minute one-on-one mentor phone call with me. Okay? So that's what the part of the special announcement was regarding the memberships. You've got the trader competitions that we're going to be hosting in 2020 where you just have to be a member. There's no entrance fee. You just have to be a member. And we're going to be giving away laptops, luxury watches, and possibly even a car. Sungju Chu asked, the platform you use, do I need to use the same? I'd prefer to use the same so I can set up the way you are, but does this really matter? I'm in Canada. That's my little concern. Nope. Sungju Chu, you do not need to use the platform that I use. We have plenty of members in TTG that do not use the same platform that I use. I prefer Lightspeed as a broker, and I prefer TC2000 for a charting software. TC2000 and what you guys see on my screen right now, I like TC2000 the best for charting because I think they have the best tools for drawing. And I go through a lot of time and charting lessons with our members in chat. So it's important for me to be able to easily draw on a chart and draw certain setups and indicators and use the different tools that they have to break down the lessons that we cover. So I prefer TC2000 for charting, but you do not need to use TC2000 and you do not need to use Lightspeed as your broker. E-Trade, TD, Charles Schwab, all of these your main brokers are just as good. So you do not need to use the same platform as I use. Yes, the Giants. The Giants. I don't know if you follow my Twitter. It's Mike Edward _TTG, but my profile picture on Twitter is exactly that. I'm trading on a balcony overlooking the ocean. Well, actually, it's not the ocean because where was it? Yes, no, that was the ocean. I was in Italy. So I was in Sorrento and I was on the balcony of my hotel in Sorrento with my travel trade station, and I was like overlooking the water off my balcony. So I don't know if you're saying that because you saw that, but it's a beautiful thing. That's the beauty about being a trader, guys. Once you once you can become a consistent profitable trader, you can trade from anywhere in the world. You know, as long as you have internet, you can trade from anywhere in the world. Chris asks, Mike, do you really think I could make my money back in a year? Absolutely, man. Chris, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how much money that you're down, but if you put in the effort, I'll do everything that I can to ensure that you do. We'll do it together. You know, I mean, a year is a long time, and you'd be surprised once things click. You'd be surprised. But if you're willing to put in the effort, Chris, I'm here and I'm willing to help you do it, man. So, do I think you can make your money back in a year? Absolutely. And the main difference is going to be education, right? I'm sure whatever the amount of money is that you have lost so far is you have lost maybe without really knowing what you're doing yet. And that's really what I want to be able to provide to you, is really be able to share with you guys the professional level education that I received working at a hedge fund. The same education that allowed me to win a Trader of the Year award. This is the same education that I received. I've simplified it and I've created these courses. These aren't like a special secret strategy or a special gimmick that I unlocked the keys to the stock market. No, this is just hardcore quality professional education, and the same stuff that I was taught on Wall Street and that I implement in my trading now 15 years later, and that I teach all of our TTG members. The difference really is education. So if you're willing to put the effort in, Chris, I'm here to help you, man. I'll do everything in my power. And I truly mean that. Nice, Big Kev. I'm glad my lessons were able to help refine your trading. I really am. Chad asks, do hedge funds really trade these low price stocks, or did you just took what you learned there and switch it to small caps? I've never heard of a hedge fund giving a damn about these stocks. Yeah, no, Chad, you're right. Hedge funds don't trade these small caps. Like $1, $2, $3 stocks. Hedge funds do not trade these stocks. You get prop trading firms, and you get like prop trading shops that do trade these stocks, but not funds. You know, your big hedge funds do not trade these stocks. I'm just taking, you know, like I just took what I learned at the hedge fund and I tweaked it so that it applies to my individual trading, because you know, I'm not, obviously when I was the hedge fund, you're trading with many millions of dollars. I'm not trading with many millions of dollars. I'm not buying $5 million worth of Apple. You know, that's not how, you know, how I'm trading. But the information and the understanding of technical indicators and setups and charting and sentiment and momentum and risk management, all of those things can apply to your individual retail trading. And that's what I did. I really just took what I learned there and I applied it to my own trading. Guys, this is my goal. Honestly, my goal is for every single TTG member to make 10 to 20 times the membership fee after 1 year. That's my goal. My goal is that I want everyone to make 10 to 20 times the membership fee in the course of a year. That's my goal as a mentor. So like my goal as a mentor, as a teacher, that's what I strive for. That's my goal. What else? Yep, no, Ed, it's my pleasure. Well, Pete, good question, Pete. Pete asked, do you make these posts to help people make extra money to find a team? What do you get out of these? Pete, I make these videos. I started out making these videos because I would just get a lot of people in general that would ask me questions about trading and would ask me how to teach them how to trade. I didn't know anything about like the online trading community world. I've never been part of a chat room. I never, I wasn't following like all these gurus that you guys see on the internet that are sales machines. They're sales machines. And what I started to realize was that as people started to contact me, and like it can be just like through social media and just like through friends, and I was getting like some of my friends were telling me that they found this person on YouTube and they found this person on Facebook and they signed up to their thing and this is what they learned. And I'm like, wait a second, you have to be kidding me. And now these are friends of mine. But what really like hit it home for me was that I was at a family party, a family gathering. It was a birthday, and my brother-in-law, okay, his sister's husband signed up for a trading chat room that had a course. He knew that I used to work at a hedge fund. He knows that I still currently trade. So at this party, he like sat down, he started to pick my brain, and I started to hear what he was getting from what he was learning. And he was telling me about like, oh yeah, well, what about, this pattern and then like this setup and then you should do this. And I'm like, whoa, 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 wait, what? I'm like, hold on a second. So you're telling me that that's what you learned? And I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not trying to bash people, because you might ask, oh, what was the group? But I'm not here to bash people. I mean, to each his own. People want to do their things, so be it. But it really started to piss me off at the lack of quality education that was being displayed. And the fact that someone that was close to me was essentially ripped off by spending a few $1,000s on some educational package that was complete nonsense, that you can tell was made by someone that does not know what they're doing. I started to look into it. I'm like, wow, there really isn't anywhere for someone to get quality education. That's when I started the YouTube channel. And I'm like, I'm just going to make a YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about my trades. I'm going to go through lessons and stuff that people can learn. And all of a sudden, I blinked and we've got over 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel without spending $1 on marketing. We don't spend any money on marketing. I don't spend $1 on marketing the YouTube channel, guys. We've built that channel 100% organically. People just find the channel, they subscribe because they like the content, they like the education. So that's how I first started doing this, Pete, was I really was doing it to help people, because too many people that I knew were paying a lot of money and getting nothing in return for it. And I feel like it's just wrong to take advantage of people's desire to want to learn something. And you have someone that has the desire and motivation to learn how to trade and to spend money to get an education. For someone to take advantage of that desire really pisses me off. And that's why I want to make sure that I provide a real education to people. Really learn what they actually teach you on Wall Street. Don't learn what, someone that says, I unlocked the keys to the stock market. That's total BS. There is no such thing as the keys to the stock market. Don't listen to some college kid in his dorm room that says, oh, I figured something. No, it's all nonsense, guys. It's all nonsense. So that's how I started this, Pete. And then I started True Trading Group because honestly, I love trading in a group. Like now that we have this group at TTG, we're a tight-knit group. It's not like a chat room of 2,000 members. We are a tight-knit group. We all know one each other really well, and it makes me a better trader. You want the honest truth, Pete, it makes me a better trader. The more traders that I have that know what to look for, that have the same technical analysis that I have, that could identify patterns and setups and risk reward situations, the better it's going to make me. I only have one set of eyes. I can only follow and look and analyze a certain amount of stocks throughout the course of the day. But if I've got other people that are part of the group that know what to look for, that can identify these setups, it makes me better, it makes you better, it makes everybody better. That's why I do this. That's why I do this. Blake wants to know, why do I like the 3-minute chart? I think the 3 minute chart is perfect. I think the 1 minute chart is too much noise and gives too many false signals. I think only scalpers should use the 1 minute chart, and that's people that are trying to get in and out within seconds to minutes. The 5 minute chart is a little too broad. It doesn't give you as much of an inside look into the price action. So I think the 3 minute is the perfect combination of showing me price action while still showing me, while still like keeping out all the noise. You know what? Highway, I don't even consider it work, man. Highway 1 says all the time you spend on TTG is amazing. Honestly, man, I don't. This is my passion. Like I live, breathe, eat, sleep this stuff. You know, when I get off these live streams, I'm back looking at chart patterns, trying to find new setups for tomorrow and the next day and the week after. On Sundays, I'm looking at my charting software. I'm reviewing my trades. I'm looking at how I can get better. I'm looking for new setup ideas. I mean, I live, breathe, eat, sleep this stuff. I'm gonna be trading on my deathbed. Literally. I mean, as long as I have the ability to push a button, I'm gonna be trading. It's my passion. I love it. Yes. Yes, Highway 1 says, will I consider having a seminar? And the answer is yes. So actually, last year I did a seminar at the University of Miami. The University of Miami had me come and give a full presentation to the student body on trading and money management and investment and how to be, you know, financially responsible and really an introductory to trading. And it was really, really well. But yeah, in the new year, we are going to be planning some in-person seminars as well. All right. Yep, Pete, anytime. The Giants, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, nice. Highway, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Highway, I'll definitely let you know, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know when we're ready to set something up. That'd be great if you can help me out with that. That'd be awesome. I really appreciate that. All right. Nope, Chad, I short too. I short. I short. I do it all, guys. I'm a very diversified trader. I'd say I'm long biased. I'm more definitely a long side trader, but I do also short. And I trade everything. I trade options. I swing trade. I day trade. Um, I trade. You know, I trade small caps. I trade mid caps. I trade large caps. I trade everything. I'm a very diversified trader. I think you have to be. Like that's what. So one of the things that you guys will learn as a TGD member is how to be diversified. If you're going to be a consistently profitable trader, you have to be able to make money in various classes. You can't be a one-trick pony. You can't only be able to trade small caps and penny stocks because small caps get hot and small caps get cold. So you can have situations where, you know, the overall market is running wild. The overall market's running wild. And you have large caps that are flying all over the place. That's going to be a beautiful time for you to trade options. So you better know how to trade options to take advantage of that opportunity. There's going to be times when during earnings season, mid caps can get real hot. Because when you get mid caps that blow out earnings, you can have like $50, $60, $70 stocks that move 10, 15, 20% in the day. So like you got to be able to take advantage of that movement. Then you have small caps. When small caps get hot, you can have stocks that go from $2 to $8 in the course of a day. You've got to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. You can't be a one-trick pony if you're going to be consistent. If you're a one-trick pony, you're going to have hot streaks and then you're going to have cold streaks. I don't like having hot streaks and having cold streaks. It makes me nervous. I want to make sure that every single month I know that I'm going to be able to pay my bills and then put some money away. And that's when you get to true consistent profitability. If you make $10,000 one month and the next month you lose $7,000 and the next month you make $1,000 and the next month you make $5,000 and the next month you lose $5,000, how can you ever quit your 9-to-5 job and do this full time? You're not going to be able to maintain a steady flow of income to say, I know no matter what, all my bills are going to be paid. And in order to do that, you have to be able to make money in bull markets, in bear markets, when small caps are hot, when small caps are cold, when large caps are hot, when large caps are cold. You've got to be able to follow the money and follow the opportunity. There's always opportunity in the market somewhere. There's always opportunity somewhere. You have to be able to find it. And when you do find it, you have to be able to trade it. And if you're a one-trick pony, you're going to have a very difficult time doing that. Exactly, Pete. So that's why I teach strategies that the way that I trade, the setups that I trade, the way that I use technical indicators, it applies to small caps, mid caps, large caps. And then there's a different way to trade options, but based on the way that large caps are moving. But that we cover in the options course, and you'll learn in the options course. Can you talk about position size? What exactly? I mean, what about position size do you want to know? No, Tehran Ramirez, I wouldn't say that learning to read the tape is necessary to be successful. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think it's something that it's important. Reading the tape is good for reading momentum. But reading momentum and I call it feeling the heartbeat of a stock, is something that you'll develop over time. But if you're fixated on the level 2 and you're fixated on the tape, you're going to get false signals all day long. You're going to be buying stocks because you see a bunch of big buy orders come through and the stock's going to just pull right back in your face because of the setup. I don't obsess and infatuate over level 2 and reading the tape like some other traders do. I focus more so on patterns and setups. Not to say I ignore level 2. I don't ignore it. I'm just not so obsessed with it as some other traders are. Ali Panjwani, that's okay, man. I mean, if you can't be in the chat, that's okay. That's why we have the text message alerts and the email swing trade alerts. So even if you're not in the chat, you can still follow along with what it is that we're trading. We have a lot of members that are not physically in chat every day. Danny Bro, live all day, bro. Yep, we're still live, man. I've been live now for an hour and 40 minutes. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. My God, I can't believe that much time has gone by. Yeah, Future Work Express. You're 100% right. I've stayed away from like directional trades lately because once you get up to these all-time highs, the ranges get very tight. The daily range gets very tight and the action gets choppy. So like I like to trade like broader market moves when there's clear direction, not when there's like just little choppy sessions. So yeah, you're 100% right. Yes, Diego, if you would only receive Diego, if you were a guest in chat today, you would not receive the text message alerts. The text message alerts are only for members. So if you were a guest in chat, you would not have got the text message alerts. Only members get the text. Nice, Danny. I look forward. Listen, Danny, when you do come in, make sure you message me in chat. Let me know. Let me know it's you. Yeah, low down 11. Lowell Pointer trades with me every day. Every day the market's open, I'm in there. Ali, I'm gonna take you up on that. If I'm ever in Dallas, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna check in that lunch offer that you're talking about. You're gonna buy me lunch. I'm gonna take you up on that. Yeah, Craig, I'll go over the courses again. Yeah, sure. So, Craig, we offer a lot of different courses. There's the beginner and foundations courses, which are designed to build the they're designed to build really the framework. They're really designed to build the foundation to help you become a consistently profitable trader. There's certain rules and strategies and things that you need to implement in your trading very early on that can help promote consistent profitability down the road. Then we have the advanced trading courses. The advanced trading courses get into all of the detailed stuff that I learned while working at the hedge fund. It talks about my risk management strategy. It talks about tier trading. It talks about my favorite chart patterns. It talks about all the technical indicators that I use. It talks about how you need to use technical indicators in conjunction with another. A lot of people don't understand that technical indicators are not really supposed to be used by themselves. You don't just get a buy signal from one technical indicator and then pull the trigger. You need to understand how technical indicators work in conjunction with another, so that when you get three or four that are giving you the same signal, then you pull the trigger. So that type of stuff is covered in the advanced trading course. Then you have the options trading course. The options trading course goes into trading options. It goes into trading basic call and put options, when to use them, how to pick your strike price, how to pick your expiration date, and how to use them as hedges, how to use them, to really press your positions and all of that stuff. Then you have what we just released today, which is the trader psychology course, part one. So the trader psychology course, which we'll have part two shortly, part one came out today. The trader psychology course is centered on mental lessons strictly. Mental lessons that traders struggle with, and really that the course in itself is designed to specifically get you thinking a certain way. I need you guys to think a certain way to help promote consistent profitability. There's certain things that involve risk management. There's certain things that involve, stop losses, position size, deciding when to pull the trigger, risk reward ratios. There's so many things that you need to think a certain way to either do something specific or to not do something specific that will promote that consistency. All of these things are designed to build self-discipline and to keep you within your rules. The reason why the majority of trading volume on the day is done by computers now is because computers can trade emotionless. Well, we're humans. Humans have emotions. Humans have a brain. Computers don't. Computers follow a mathematical equation, and when X meets Y, they do Z, no matter what. It's a little bit more complicated when you're dealing with a human psyche. And the trader psychology course is designed to get you to think a certain way to try to remove the emotions from a trade and to help build consistent profitability. So that is what is available right now on the True Trading Group website. So if you guys become a member and you take advantage of the 30% discount, you're going to get access to all of those courses, as well as all the courses that are coming down the road, including part two of the trader psychology course and the swing trading course. All right, you're going to get access to all that stuff. You're also going to get a $50 gift card to Best Buy and a 30-minute one-on-one phone call session with me. Ed Gearin, send an email to info@True Trading Group. So if you're a current member and you want to upgrade, let's say your membership expires in 5 months. Let's just randomly, I'm picking a number. Let's say your membership expires in 5 months. If you upgrade to the new year plan, your new membership will not expire for 1 year and 5 months. So we prorate the amount of time that you have left. Okay? So if you've got 5 months left on your current membership and you upgrade to the new year all-inclusive plan, then you won't be due for renewal for 1 year and 5 months from now. But if you guys are current members and you want to upgrade, just send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. Oh my God, I know. The Giants, I know. I saw that news earlier today. It's sad, I know. A 1-year deal, too. It doesn't make, why? It doesn't make sense. But we are giving a record contract offer to Garrett Cole, so I'm excited about that. Are we all out of Best Buy gift cards already? Wow. You guys better act quick, man. You guys better act fast. We're out of the gift cards. Danny, hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love the one-on-ones. I really, really do. I love talking to members on the phone because all day long in chat, you guys get to listen to my voice. You guys get to see my face. You guys get to hear my personality. All I get is a username. So I love the one-on-ones because I get to put a voice and a personality to the username. So I love it. I have a lot of fun. Oh, we got 25 left. We got 25 gift cards left, guys. Wow, those went quick. We started with 100, I believe. Guys, we got 25 Best Buy gift cards left. So if you guys want to take advantage of this offer, it's 30% off. It's a $50 Best Buy gift card, and it's a free 30-minute one-on-one phone call with me. So use coupon code TTG2020 at checkout. TTG2020 is the discount code. You have, apparently, we only got 25 gift cards left, so you don't have much time. Uchendu Korioka. I hope I pronounced that right. Uchendu Korioka. If I pronounce that right, I get points. Why do I not trade pre-market? I don't trade pre-market because 2 reasons. One, I think I'm scarred because I got burned so badly when I was working at the hedge fund. I got burned so badly trading pre-market and then trading aftermarket with news announcements that I think I'm just kind of scarred mentally, just to be honest. But I also don't trade pre-market because it's a fraction of the volume. It's a fraction of the volume. I like to wait until I get the full market participating. You're only getting a fraction of the market participating pre-market. Sometimes there are good setups pre-market and there are good trades. Sometimes there are. But, pre-market, I spend the time pre-market going over in chat my pre-market game plan with all of our members. I'm not trading. So I'm going over, I'm in chat, I'm on the microphone, I'm sharing my screen, I'm going over what I'm looking for today. I'm going over my watch list. These are the stocks I'm watching. This is why I'm watching them, and this is what I'm expecting them to do. And if they do this, I'm going to do that. So that's what I'm doing leading up to the opening bell. I'm not trading. I'm not focusing on trading. I'm spending the time kind of going over the watch list and going over my game plan. Any Best Buy, Sungju Cho, any Best Buy. You can use it in a Best Buy in Canada too. All right. Bradley, you have till December 20th. Nice, Chris. Thanks for joining us on the live stream, Chris. I know you've been following the YouTube channel for a while, bud, so if you do decide to make the jump and join the team, make sure you hit me up and you message me in chat, and we can work through it. I'm here to help, man. I really am. Yeah. What else, guys? We got a couple more minutes. So again, just to recap the special announcement, because there's a lot of stuff going on. We talked about a lot. We've been on this live stream now for 2 hours. We talked about a lot. Ruben, I'm sorry to hear that. I truly am. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Danny, I'm in Miami often, man. I'm in Miami more than half the year. So if you're in South Florida, yeah, definitely hit me up. So to recap the special announcement, guys, we got three different things I want you to remember and take away from this. First, the Trader Psychology course Part 1 is now officially live. Second thing to know is that we've got 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership until December 20th. That includes all of the courses we have available, the beginner courses, the advanced courses, the options course, now the Trader Psychology course Part 1, and it will include all the future courses, which include Trader Psychology Part 2 and Swing Trading course, and all future courses coming down the road after that. And it also includes a $50 Best Buy gift card and a free 30-minute one-on-one mentor phone call with me. That's the second thing about the special announcement. The third thing about the special announcement is in 2020, we are going to be hosting trader competitions for TTG members only. That's there's no entrance fee, but you have to be a TTG member. We're going to be hosting trader competitions where we're going to be giving away laptops, luxury watches, and possibly even a car to the winners of these trader competitions. So I'm super psyched and excited to get into that with all of you guys. Can you repeat some of the best software or tools to use? For charting, Pete, I love TC2000. I think TC2000 is the best charting software out there. I think that's what I use. So what you guys see on my screen right now is TC2000. What you see in all my video recaps is TC2000. And for trading, I prefer Lightspeed. I think Lightspeed has by far the fastest hotkeys and the best execution. The negative about Lightspeed is that you still do pay commission. The negative about Lightspeed is that they don't have the educational tools that some of the other major firms have, like E-Trade, TD, Charles Schwab. They've got really great educational tools for like beginner traders, and their customer support is great. Lightspeed's customer support is okay, but they don't have all those educational tools. Lightspeed is the trading platform that's used by hedge funds. So if you're a hedge fund or a major financial institution, the traders are using either the Bloomberg terminal or they're using Lightspeed. Those are the two main platforms that they place their trades with. I learned on Lightspeed at the hedge fund. I continue to use Lightspeed. It's my favorite. It's my favorite broker. Child lore. If you're talking about the TGD triangle on the options price, no. But you could trade an option off of a TGD triangle that you see in a stock chart. But if you're looking at an option price chart, that I have never tested the TGD triangle on something like that, but my initial thoughts would be no, it would not work, because again, you have to realize what is the reason why the option price is moving. The option price is moving because of the movement of the underlying stock, as well as other factors like implied volatility and time value. and you have all the Greeks, you know, the deltas and all the betas and all of those other, all the Greeks that go involved into it. I don't know. I mean, for Canada, I'm not sure for Canada. Um, I mean, are you not able to sign up with like E-Trade or TD if you're in Canada? You should be able to. If not, I mean, Interactive Brokers, I know you can use. Interactive Brokers is, I know it accepts international people. I know that, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure. I mean, Interactive Brokers, I don't think is anywhere near as good as. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as E-Trade. Or TD or Charles Schwab. So if you're in Canada, if you're I mean, I would see if you can open one of those, an account at one of those. Yeah, Danny, with Lightspeed. Nice, Danny. You implemented it on Netflix, bro. That's awesome. Nice, John. Yes, John, you're with us for another year. My man. My man. With us for another year. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I love it. I love it. Do I think it failed on TCCO? Let's take a look. Let's look at TCCO. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking, Danny, you're talking about this. You're talking about this. Yeah. Yeah. This would be, Danny, great question, man. Oh, that you're really, this means that you really have learned this bearish signal. Really, Danny, really nice job. I'm assuming this is the moment you're talking about, with the bearish signal. If you guys saw my video that I posted just the other day about how to recognize false breakouts and a bearish signal, that can save you guys a lot of money, and that's when a stock breaks through the high of the day and then immediately pulls back into a support level that you had just bought in front of. So in this case, Danny, yeah, this would be a bearish signal that ended up, this was just another short squeeze. And that's really what this comes down to. Okay, sometimes, when a stock is experiencing a short squeeze, things kind of tend to go out the window because a short squeeze is a very technical event that happens based on the structure of a stock. It's not necessarily, your typical supply and demand. It's when supply and demand gets lopsided and you have, short positions that need to cover their position. So in this case, you had that failed bearish signal. We ended up holding the initial morning high, and again, people shorted in here off of this failed high. People shorted in here, and then they got squeezed out when the thing went up to 1050. So that was, but great eye, Danny. A really, really great eye on recognizing that bearish signal. Guys, what do you, we still have a lot of people that are in here. Let's keep this going. Guys, give me a stock. I'll pull up any stock that you guys want, and we'll analyze it. We'll go over it together. I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it. Throw out a ticker symbol, anybody, and I'll pull it up and we'll analyze it. I'll let you guys know what I think. Let you guys know what patterns I see. Oh God. Oh God. The marijuana stocks. They look so terrible, Bradley. They look so terrible. Let's talk about Aurora first, ACB. Guys, Aurora is not really going to get my attention until it gets back above 350. All right, this resistance area that you guys see here, you see how Aurora tried to base out? You see how we tried to base out? And then when we broke that, you see how we free falled? But notice how we had this huge increase in volume when we broke that level. Then we bounced back, could not get back above it, pulled back in. Aurora, I think, is dead until it gets back above 350. So I'd say that this is going to stay in a downtrend until it gets back above 350. But Aurora is, this is something that is going to be very directly tied to. Oh my God, that's a lot of ticker symbols. I'm going to go through as many of these as I can, guys. But I think Aurora is really tied to the marijuana sector, and there's just no hype around the marijuana sector right now. You need something major to happen in the U.S. You need the DEA to either reschedule the drug. It's a Schedule I drug, which means it's right up there with heroin still. We've got to get that schedule down. We've got to get medical legalization on a federal level across the board in order for the marijuana sector, I think, to come back to life. CDMO. Let's take a look at this one. CDMO. Nice day today on CDMO. We have a lot of resistance up here, though. A lot of resistance up here on CDMO. This 715 area. Not a coincidence that that's the high of the day today. The high of the day today is 715 on the button. And you guys can see all of this resistance up here. We had a nice strong day. Okay, we held up well, but we pulled in away from that 715 area. What you're going to want to see on CDMO for who was it? Freedom Traders. Freedom Traders asked me about CDMO. What you're going to want to see now in the next coming days, just because we didn't break through this level today doesn't mean it's dead in the water. It didn't completely die. I mean, if this thing pulled all the way back into like 650, I'd say then this thing's in deep trouble. We're probably going to fill this gap and get back down to $6. But you're going to want to see this stock show you that it's not scared of 715. So the next 2 or 3 days, you're going to want to see the stock trade up in this level. You're going to want to see a trade up in like from 675 up to $7 and show you that the selling pressure at 715 is not pushing the stock down and the stock is not running away from that resistance level. You want to see the stock come back up into the face of that resistance and show you that it's not scared of it. You don't want to see the stock run away from that level tomorrow. You want to see it push up towards that resistance and show you that it's not scared of it. Kern. Let's take a look at Kern. This is a funky looking chart, boy. For Kern, I'd like to see $10. For Kern, it looks like we're trying to consolidate here. We'll put in maybe a little bit of a bull flag. You guys see how we had some prior resistance back here in August? This was prior resistance. We broke through that level a few days ago. We pulled back in, and you can see how this level is now starting to hold support. I also want you to notice what else is sitting here at $10, the 100-day moving average. So we put in a lower high today, and what it looks like you might have happen is you might get a little bit of a consolidation pattern in here. I'd like to see Kern consolidate and maybe form a bit of a flag or a little bit of a pennant type of pattern above $10. So you want to see the $10 support level hold, and then you want to see lower highs consolidate and form that flag pattern, and you look for a break above that downtrend line, and then you look for an increase in volume when you get that break above that downtrend line, and that'll be your key that we're breaking up and out of that trend. You can buy the stock at that moment and then look to see if you can get a follow-through move. BYND. I haven't looked at this stock in a while. I have not looked at Beyond Meat in a while. I got to tell you guys, I tried an Impossible Burger the other week. It was better than a Beyond Meat burger. Just saying. Um, I don't really see anything on Beyond Meat, Miguel. I don't see any pattern. I don't see any setup. I don't see anything here that's going to make me get long. I don't see anything here that's going to make me get short. I just think the stock's not in play. I think your money would be better spent elsewhere. I think there's much better things in play. I don't see a glaring long setup. I don't see a glaring short setup. I think the stock is just figuring out its new price range now that the float has gotten bigger, that the IPO lockup is now over, and all those new shares came to the market. I just think the stock is going through kind of a price. What's the word? Why can't I think of the word? I can't think of the word. This is going to drive me crazy. It's a specific term that we use at the hedge fund, and it's used commonly. It's not like a term that we made up. It's a commonly used term. Price. It's when a stock figures out its price, when the market figures out the true value and the true price of the stock. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of the word. Price discovery. Price discovery. The stock is going through price discovery now that all these new shares came to the market. And that's what I think that you're seeing in Beyond Meat. I really don't see much of a trade setup. The only thing that I would say, and this is getting a little micro, is that you've got resistance here at 67.50. You can see 67.50 was a prior little base that lasted during the month of November. We broke below it in the first week of December, and you can see for the last 4 trading days, we've not been able to get back above it. So that's really the only thing that I see on Beyond Meat, and that would be a bearish signal. But I just think the stock's not in play. I think there's better things to look at. CEI. Let's talk about CEI, the one that everybody was excited about today. CEI had a huge run after the close. Okay, this is definitely going to be a stock that we're going to have on watch tomorrow. This is going to be simple, guys. We're going to look for yesterday's highs to hold support. This 125 to 130 area tomorrow, we're going to look to be support. So if we get a pullback on CEI tomorrow, look for 125 to 130 to hold support. This will be on my watch list tomorrow. As we go out to the daily chart, you can see the stock has just given you its first real strong green candle in God knows how long. This is a reverse split from the end of October. The stock has done many reverse splits throughout its history, and it's got a chance to continue higher. It really does. There's not that much resistance standing in its way. I think if the stock is able to hold above 125, 130, that we can see another move in this thing tomorrow. You guys. This is a tough one to call. Natural gas has been extremely volatile. UGAS has been extremely volatile as of late, and what caused the recent big gap down in natural gas is that China announced a state-owned oil and gas group, and that further put a lot of selling pressure on the price of natural gas. That's what caused the gap down in UGAS 2 days ago. At the same time, OPEC cut production of oil by 500,000 barrels, so that was able to offset some of the selling pressure maybe that you would have experienced with crude oil. I think that it's very dangerous at this point to just start blindly getting long UGAS. UGAS has not showed a reversal signal yet. It has not showed a reversal signal yet. And I know it feels like, oh, it's got to bounce. It's got to bounce. We're coming into the winter months. And I think natural gas will bounce. The question is, I think it will bounce, but the question here really is, how much pain can you stomach? Because this could go lower. It could go lower. And I have yet to see a reversal signal. Today had a chance to be a reversal signal. Yesterday, you saw a huge volume day in UGAS. Huge volume day in UGAS, and we closed up near the high of the day. We closed like at the high of the day. So yesterday had the potential to give you a reversal signal. But today we kind of crapped it out. We got really nothing today. Look at the volume today. The volume today sucked compared to the volume yesterday. Not even half. Not even half the volume. And we traded a little bit higher, but we didn't really extend higher. I would have wanted to see you guys today get up to like and test this prior low of $9. I really wanted to see us get back above this $9 prior low. If you guys gets back above $9, then I think I'd be ready to say we've got a potential reversal, and I think it's got room up to around $11 to $12. That's what I think about. That's what my thoughts are on you guys. SBES. Oh God, this is a penny stock. I don't trade penny stocks. I mean, this is less than a penny, but I don't trade penny stocks. But let's take a look at the chart. This thing's made a hell of a move. I can see why so many of you wanted me to take a look at this. This thing's made a hell of a move. The thing about penny stocks, guys, like stocks that are this cheap and trade on the OTC, they don't follow technicals as well as the broader markets because liquidity and volume is so much lighter and there's a lot more room for manipulation. So I don't really, I'm trying to look at let's go back to the daily chart. The stock looks extended. It looks extended to me. You know, I mean, if you get a pullback into these prior highs, what is this, 006? I'd say if you get a pullback down into that region, you can look for maybe for support to kick in. This is good volume on this break through this previous high. So you see this volume right here. This is good volume on this break. It's good volume on this break, but a pullback into this 006 level, you can look for that to hold. But I would just be careful, guys. I mean, honestly, there's so much manipulation that goes on. This looks to me like a pump. Like I said, I don't follow these penny stocks, but it looks to me like this is a pump. Like a pump and dump type of play. You know, I don't know if there's maybe a social media group or something that's pushing this thing, but this looks like a pump to me. So I would just, a stock like this, if you guys are in it, make sure you're not greedy. Make sure you're taking profits because you never know when the rug gets pulled out from underneath these things. And you don't want to be sitting in your full position when that happens. CLVS, we'll take a look at that one. CLVS has been a wild stock lately. CLVS has been a wild stock lately. We had this huge move on CLVS. We traded CLVS in here in this action. We traded CLVS a couple times. Then you had this big sell-off, pullback, and now we're getting our first little bounce attempt off that sell-off. On CLVS, your level that I see right now, guys, that's going to be resistance is 1250. 1250 is your resistance level on CLVS. I would not be surprised if we saw a little bit of a deeper pullback on CLVS after this little bounce attempt, but look at this 1250 level. Here's your 1250 level on CLVS after this big sell-off. So here's your big sell-off. There's your big sell-off, and here's your little recovery bounce. We bounce right up to where? 1250 resistance. I think we're going to need to settle in here before we break through 1250. But 1250 is really going to be your level on CLVS that I think we've got to get through before we're able to really truly see another leg higher. All right, AUPH, let's take a look at that one. This is a good one. This is a real good one. This is a clean setup. Guys, this is a very, very clean setup. AUPH, you can see you had prior resistance here on the 5th at 17. What price is this? It's like 1750. That's cool. We'll call it 1750 area. So there's your highs. There's your resistance. Today, we pushed up to that area during the morning, and look what happened. We found resistance in the morning. There's your resistance in the morning. Then we finally broke through that resistance and then pulled it in. Look what happened in the afternoon. You guys see how this level is now acting as an area of support, and then we closed. I would look for this area, this line you guys see on my screen right here. I would look for this area to continue to hold support and see if you can get a follow-through move on AUPH. All right, if that level can continue to hold, see if you can get a follow-through move on AUPH. This is a huge move, though, for this stock, guys, so just keep that in mind. When I see huge moves like this and you see huge gaps like this, make sure that you're taking profits up into these moves. All right, make sure you're taking profits off into these moves. AUPH also has an offering at $15 a share. The offering is expected to close on or around December 12th. So they're raising money at 15 bucks. What else? Let's see. Let's take another one. Zkin, Z-K-I-N. Let's take a look at that one. Okay. And guys, this is a minute fraction of what you would expect every day. This is a minute fraction of what you would expect every day. I mean, I'm just spending a couple minutes here trying to go through as many of these chart setups as I can. Trying to go through as many of these as I can just to try to get to I mean, there's a lot of you in here. I'm trying to get to as many as I can. If I don't get to yours, I do apologize. But this is a fraction of what you get, as a full-time member in chat with us every day. So before I get into this ZKIN setup, I'm going to go over this setup and we'll talk about the setup. But again, just real quick, because I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. We've been live now for almost 2.5 hours. So we're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. But again, guys, to recap, until December 20th, we are giving away a 30% discount on a 1-year all-inclusive membership plan that gives you access to everything. That is the beginner and foundation courses, the advanced course, the options course, the trader psychology course, part 1, and then also you get access to all future courses coming down the road, like trader psychology course part 2, swing trading, and all future courses coming down the road. There's no upsells. You get access to everything. Once you're a member, every piece of content, every new course, you get access to once you are a member. All right. That also includes a $50 gift card to Best Buy and a free 30-minute one-on-one mentor phone call with me. That's the offer that we've got going on right now. Take advantage of that. Use coupon code TTG2020. All right, coupon code TTG2020. Okay, now let's get back to ZKIN. Take a quick little glance, taking a quick look at this here, guys. ZKIN, if it can get, this is going to be tough. ZKIN's got a triple bottom at this $9, $8 area. So ZKIN's got this triple bottom that you guys see down here. That's holding as a nice little area of support for now. The stock is in a very, very clear, long, deep downtrend. So keep in mind this is a weak stock, not a strong stock. So if you're trying to get long ZKIN, you'd be bucking the trend and you'd be looking for a reversal signal. or a trend reversal, and I'm not seeing a reversal signal yet. I'm concerned about today. We got rejected at this resistance level. You see this level has been resistance ever since the beginning of October. You see how we've been unable to get above this level. We tried this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 7 times we've tried this level. All right, we've tried this level 7 times, and I've been unable to break through it. So just be conscious of ZKIN if you get another pullback back down to retest this 109 level. And also keep in mind that the more times a support level is tested, the weaker it gets. Nice, Robin Hood. It's my pleasure, Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a new member. They said they were very skeptical at first, but they're up almost $5,300 in just a couple days. Nice job. Really nice job. I love it. Congrats. But yeah, for ZKIN, nice. Nice. I love to hear it, Robin Hood. So you guys, with ZKIN, I would look for, just be careful of that 109 support level. If you are trying to get long, you can get maybe a starter position in front of that level with real low risk. But I think the stock's got to get above 140, 145 in order for it to start to make a move. Volume is very, very, very light. I don't like trading stocks that have this low volume, and this thing only traded 48,000 shares today. This is a very, very low volume stock. So I would just watch that triple bottom level and see if we can get above 140. And if you get above 140, you could see a little move, maybe up into the 170s. But keep in mind, it's a very, very weak stock. Okay, guys. I think that's it. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Oh, nice, man. I love hearing that. Hey, nice. Coin Fox. My man. I'm glad you found the channel, bro. I'm really glad you found the channel. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, let's do. All right, guys, we're going to do one more. We'll do one more. We'll do LK, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, LK. This is another stock. This was a short squeeze. LK had a huge short position that got squeezed out a few weeks ago, and now it's gotten very, very choppy up here. We're very, very choppy up here. This area up in here, I'd say it looks like you've got heavy resistance up here, guys, around 32.50 to 33. This is these are pretty heavy pullbacks, especially this one. So this leads me to believe that if we get back up here, you might get another rejection. But this is just very choppy action. So like this is an example like an LK where this is a stock that I would give time. Like I would give this thing some more time. You see these rejections. This is a 15-minute chart. See these rejections up here? See how they're heavy rejections? They're aggressive rejections. So it's aggressive selling pressure that steps in at the resistance level. I would just be careful up at that level. I just think action is very choppy up here, Craig. I just think it's very choppy. If you absolutely have to get long, if you absolutely are like, Mike, I want to get long this, tell me where's a good area. All right, I would say that you can use this 28.50 area. This 28.50 area that is held on both of these pullbacks and was also these prior highs. You can look for that area to be support if you're really looking to get long. But this is a setup that I really wouldn't probably be taking a position in at the moment. This is something I'd maybe give a little bit more time to. If it gets through this 33 area, you've got a chance to see a continuation squeeze. Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at Box. All right, and then I promise this is my last one. So Box. Let's take a look at Box. We'll do a quick little rundown on Box. Okay. Box has a major resistance area that we just failed at. That is a little concerning on the pullback and how easily the stock gave this up. So let's take a quick look at this 1850 level. I want you to see this 1850 level. This is a major resistance level for Box. Okay. And guys, even if, as I'm going through these breakdowns, even if these stocks don't interest you, pay attention. Pay attention, because these breakdowns and the way that I analyze these charts is how you then can start to analyze these charts. So even though you may not be interested in one of these stocks, pay attention to how I break down the chart so that you can start to break the chart down in a similar way. Okay, so here you guys can see in March and April, you had a real nice support level here. Even in May, you had a nice support level here around 1850. We broke below it and had the big gap down. That gap down was bought up with an aggressive move, but we ended up failing at this level. So all of this momentum on this gap down that got bought up, we got rejected at 1850. That tells you right there that this is a strong resistance level. It's okay, strong resistance level. Today, excuse me, or a couple days ago, let me ask you, coin, I'm assuming there was news on November 27th. I'm assuming, I'm not even looking, but I'm assuming that this was a news day. You can tell by the volume here. I'm assuming this was a news day that pushed the stock up to 1850. But notice how we got rejected and denied at that level again. So this stock looks like, I mean, this is a real low volume pullback compared to the volume on the up move up to that 1850 level. Let's take a look at MACDs and everything here. No, nothing really there. Nothing really on the MACDs. Nothing really on the RSIs. Not really getting much signals out of that. 100-day moving average, 50-day moving average might come into play here a little bit. It looks like the 50-day moving average coin is starting to come into play. If you notice, if you notice this 50-day moving average, okay, is starting to be an area of significance. And that's the thing about major moving averages. You have to look for major moving averages to show you that they're significant. And what I mean by show you that they're significant is that you really want to see first, because there's going to be times that a stock's movement is really focused on major moving averages, meaning like a stock will come to the 200-day and the 200-day will affect the price of the stock. Other times you're still going to see the stock just go right through that moving average like it's not even there. So before I look for a major moving average to be support or resistance, I first want to look back over the last several months and say, has this moving average been an area of support or resistance over the last couple of months? And if the answer is no, then I'm going to be less inclined to look at that level to be a major support or resistance level if it's by itself. In this case, it looks like we're starting to see the 50-day moving average come into play. The 50 days is teal line on my screen. So as you can see, we're coming up into this area now of this 50-day moving average. Let's see if maybe that acts as an area of support. If you start to see the 50-day start to hold box up, so if you get support around like 1650 to 1675, 17, then I would say, you know what, you can probably look to maybe get long in that area, stop loss just below the 50-day, and see if you can get a move back up to 1850. If you get long box coin and this thing gets back up towards 1850, make sure you're taking some profit off the table. Don't let the stock do what it did on the 27th. Don't let it get all the way up into that resistance level and then fade all the way back down. So if you do get a move up there, take some profits off the table. And then if you want to hold on to a piece to see if you get through 1850, you can. But that is absolutely a major resistance level for box. Okay? All right, guys. That concludes my live stream for tonight. We are officially at 2 hours and 30 minutes long. I had an absolute blast. I can't believe it's already been 2.5 hours. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for joining on the live stream. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, let me know what you think, and make sure you flip the notification button with your mouse. Hit that little notification bell to make sure you guys don't miss any more of my videos or live streams. And again, the special announcement, if you guys like what you are seeing on these live streams and on my video recaps, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is a fraction of what you get as a TTG member. And right now, until December 20th, you can get 30% off a 1-year all-inclusive membership plan that gives you access to everything, all the courses, the beginner courses, the advanced courses, the options course. You get access to the trader psychology part 1 course that just came live today. You get access to all future courses. We're the Netflix of trading communities. I am encouraging each and every one of you, if you are serious about trying to learn how to trade and you are serious about trying to become consistently profitable, join me. I want to be your mentor. I want to give you guidance. I genuinely give a crap. If you guys can't tell by now, by the time that I put into these live streams, the time I put into answering all of your questions, the time I put into making all of these YouTube videos and sharing these lessons with you for free, I want to help you guys. I would not be where I am today if I didn't get help. If I didn't have the mentor that I had, I would not be the trader that I am today. I know that. I'm humble enough to say it. I did not figure all this out on my own. I had someone that taught me. I don't know where I would be today, honestly, because the hedge fund went out of business in 2009 when the market crashed. 50% of all hedge funds went out of business. 50% of all hedge funds went out of business. I had no job. And if I did not know how to trade, I don't know where I would be today. Honestly, I really don't know where I would be. If you guys have failed at trading before, maybe you opened up an account, you started trading because but you never got an education, you didn't know what you were doing, and you lost money. I am determined to help you succeed. If you are someone that signed up to a different community, a different group, and you got their educational courses and you learned absolutely nothing, I'm here to help you succeed. I want to help you succeed. I'm encouraging you guys to take advantage of this plan. This is the answer. A true professional education is the answer. Ask the TGD members that are in this chat, that are on this live stream right now. Ask them, hey, guys, the education you received at True Trading Group, did it make you a better trader? Ask them. See what they say. Don't take it from me. Listen to what the members say. You'd be shocked at what a true professional education can do for your trading results. That's why I've taken all of the education. That's why I've taken all the education I received at the hedge fund, broken it down and simplified it to give you that same education. Guys, honestly, anybody that signs up right now, I will make sure that you get one-on-one time with me right now. Anyone that signs up right now, I'll make sure that you get one-on-one time with me to go over whatever it is that you struggle with, to answer your questions and clarify some things that need clarifying. All right? So again, guys, 30% off. Take advantage of it. Coupon code TTG2020. And then get excited for the trader competitions that we're going to be hosting next year for all TGG members. We're going to be giving away laptops, luxury watches, and even possibly a car. All you have to do is be a member of TTG. There's no entrance fee. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. I had an absolute blast. I hope you guys did too. And again, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification button to make sure you don't miss any future live streams and Q&A sessions, because I'm going to be doing a lot of them. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. My usual TGG fam, all of the members that are on this live stream, I will see you guys in chat tomorrow, and we'll look to continue the momentum that we had today in TCC O. We got CEI that we're going to be taking a look at, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right? Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic night. And if you have any questions, about memberships, send an email to info@ truetradinggroup.com, and we will answer any of the questions that you guys have. It's been real. It's been a blast. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you guys. I'll see you in chat. Take care.